There's nothing wrong with that. It's just when people use their wants, their negativity to justify their wants, rather than learn how to give your partner what they need, and they'll give you what you need. But another backwards thing that women don't know, when you give a man anything to get something, it will sabotage. You actually poison him, because he's not getting appreciated for what he did. You're doing for him and expecting him to appreciate you.
Yeah.
This, you get it backwards. It's all backwards today, because we're all in role reversal. Our culture is in role reversal. And what you've experienced by being pregnant and having children is the amazing joy of estrogen, massive amounts of estrogen, because you're getting unconditional love. And I'm not saying every woman needs to have children. We have plenty of women that aren't going to have children. That's good. That's great. They can work harder. They can be the nurses, not have a personal life, whatever. But they will be happy as long as they have an opportunity to come back to their female side, talking to a therapist, for example, talking to a girlfriend. Our Mars-Venus coaches are trained in how to do what's called Venus talk, which is to move through those emotions, what I talk about in that first book I wrote 40 years ago. And that's what you feel, you can heal. And learning how to heal my emotions inside without the outer world changing, I was able to develop all the ideas of my books, because wisdom, creativity, commitment, caring, forgiveness, all the good qualities that we want come when you're responsible for your garbage inside, without depending on the outer world to change, but to keep coming back to the love in your heart. And that's a beautiful thing when you have little children around, and that, because you get that unconditional love where you can feel safe. And safety for women produces oxytocin. And again, what you are hearing, the world is so behind what I've developed here, but it's catching up. For example, I started out in 1900 in the 90s talking about oxytocin. Finally, they did research in year 2000 and showed that women's stress level goes down when their body's making oxytocin. What makes oxytocin is when a woman is touched in a non-sexual way, when a woman feels safe. Okay, those are two things. There's safe touch, attention, affection, and feeling safe. Oxytocin levels will go up. Now, why does that lower her stress? Because it doesn't lower men's stress. What does oxytocin do for a woman? What it does for a woman when she feels safe is it raises her estrogen levels. And that's why her stress goes down. So it's a woman's low estrogen that is directly correlated with increasing stress in her body. So what happens is that a woman today doesn't have to be weak and dependent on a man. She can be strong and dependent on a man for certain things. So that would look like asking for help. See, when you ask for help, you're doing something to get what you want. That's your male side. And needing help is your feminine side. So there's an art to how to ask and get it. And that's something that women don't know how to do. The biggest complaint men have is women complain too much. But all they're doing is asking for more, and they're doing it in a way that doesn't work. They're focusing on negativity to get what they want, rather than focusing on love to get what they want. They just don't know how to do it.
Coming from the wrong place.
Because see, they weren't trained, because you didn't, in the past, you didn't ask for more, because you already married a guy who already is giving exactly what you need. He's a good provider. You don't need anything more. That's why my parents never argued, never fought. There was harmony at home. It was amazing. What I don't see happening today that I experience, and that's because my mother felt my father was doing a good job, and her dream was to have 7 children. Imagine 5 boys, 6 boys. There's only 1 girl, 7 children, six boys. And the woman was happy almost all the time. And they must have had enough sex to have 7 kids. I'm sure they stopped having sex like most couples, but they were happy. They're happy in their lives.